count it up. Ayy, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gang saying hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jaws. I'm not a guard. Go hard with the squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Wings of the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 36, 36. Check alert.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check 52. Check 32.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Cousins gives way to Cook. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
All day, every day, any day. Out.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On the return is Jones. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Listen. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Kill.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Check. Under 10. 10. Hey, high 7.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 15 yards on the play, first down.
15 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Lady.
At the Vikings' 8-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He's checking. Crash. 51.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I got you, boy.
Now Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Cousins now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Cousins now from the 50. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go, D.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Watch the alert!
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Jones on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll run the draw with Barber. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check it out, please. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, flip him.
Third and long for Cousins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Double. Check three. Mine's 54. Drop deep.
From the 22, Stafford. It's caught by Bryant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the run. And middle. Mike 5-4.
Out of the gun, Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. On first down, Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They run it again with Cook. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Let's go, D. Line out. Check 4.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Gun.
Ringo.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Gun.
They try again with Cook. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford complete to Bryant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. On first down, it's Stafford. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Stafford. His throw incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. 3rd down here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
You got tight right there.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They snap it to Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive with Cook. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch the run. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Hatchet. Check 37. Check 37.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he's got room. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They run with Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 50.
Bravo.
In your face. Mike 5-5. Mike.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Stafford here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
We don't want this.
Middle.
55 Mike, guys. 55.
Hey, check. Drill right. 22.
To throw again. Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Minnesota, the win will help them